authenticity is unquestioned by scholars, and in recent years, a lively literature has grown up about it. While some investigators have considerably overstated its significance, Dubno erroneously declares it a manifesto of theocracy. Such as hyperbole does not diminish from its value as a singularly important document which tells us much about the Baal Shem Tov's personal life, his pneumatic experiences, his goals, and ambitions. The epistle first appears in Ben Porat Yosef, the second volume of Rabbi Yaakov Yosef of Polonyea, one of the two most important disciples of the Baal Shem Tov. The book was published in Koretz in 1781. Another version of the letter was published in Lemberg in 1923 by David Frankel as a part of a collection of early Hasidica owned by Rabbi Yisrael Friedman, the Hasidic rabbi of Ustitin. The two writers on Hasidism, Abraham Rubinstein and Mordechai Bauminger, are of different opinions as to these variants. Rubinstein insisting on the superior authenticity of the Koretz edition, and Bauminger preferring the Frankel version. We are here translating the Koretz text, noting only those deviations in the Frankel edition which are significant. The letter is a personal recommendation of the bearer, Rabbi Yaakov Yosef, to Rabbi Avraham Gershon Ashkenazi of Kutov, brother-in-law of the Baal Shem Tov, who was then in Palestine. It was written in 1750 or 1751, perhaps 1752. The colophon indicates that Rabbi Yaakov Yosef's trip never took place, and that after the Baal Shem Tov's death, Rabbi Yaakov Yosef decided to publish it in order to benefit our people, the children of Israel. It consists of 3 parts, all interwoven. One deals with personal and familial matters. The Baal Shem Tov speaks of his longing for his correspondent, the same Rabbi Gershon, devoted follower of the Baal Shem Tov, who recognizes in him undisputed spiritual excellence. He is the one who first rejected him offhand as an ignoramus unworthy of marrying his sister. Strong factual core underlies legendary material that accumulated about the fascinating relationships between the brothers-in-law, and was later compiled and published in the hagiographical Shivchei HaVesht. In this letter, the Baal Shem Tov apologizes for not being able to send funds in support of Gershon in Palestine, as he asks Rabbi Gershon to look after his student, Rabbi Yosef. He speaks of letters never delivered because of the hectic conditions of his days, his young, brilliant grandson, later to achieve eminence in his own right. Of his own financial distress in the face of his family's needs and charitable disbursement. The second aspect of the letter is a reflection of the era, the anti-Semitic excesses of the Edomite uprisings in the Ukraine and forced conversions to Christianity, the epidemics that took a dreadful toll, and the strengths and weaknesses of the Jewish victims as Poland was crumbling in the mid-18th century, beset by incursions from without and rebellions from within. The most significant for Hasidic scholarship is the main part of the letter of the Baal Shem Tov's revelation to his brother-in-law of his most intimate religious experience. 2 such events are related by the Baal Shem Tov in this remarkable autobiographical disclosure, both characterized as aliyot neshama, ascents of the soul, and both taking place on Rosh Hashanah. The phenomenon of ascent takes place during Devekut, the ecstatic contemplative communion which Hasidim, beginning with the circle of pneumatics to which the Baal Shem Tov belonged, cherished as the goal of all religious activity. The psychological manifestations of this experience are hardly mentioned by the Baal Shem Tov. Another instance of the reticence of Jewish mystics and their reluctance to speak of their supreme religious experience, but There is an abundance of description of the content of the vision. Both visions, separated by 3 years, have a clear purpose: to negate and void anti-Semitic decrees. The Baal Shem Tov takes it upon himself to risk his life, for the ecstatic ascent threatens to sever the visionary's link with mundane existence in order to plead in heaven for his people. In the second vision, much less elaborately described than the first, Baal Shem Tov appears as almost petulantly tenacious. The arguments that they in heaven present in an effort to dissuade the Baal Shem Tov from additional pressure to ease the burdens of Israel certainly seem reasonable. An agreement is an agreement, and the Baal Shem Tov had agreed to an epidemic is better than a pogrom. Yet he will not desist, but seeks all kinds of schemes for circumventing the decree. The first vision, in the fall of 1746, is by far more detailed and is the major part of the document that has given rise to conflicting historiographic interpretations. The Baal Shem Tov himself testifies to the unusual nature of the experience. He speaks, if we are to accept the Koretz text, which includes this remarkable passage, see below, of recognizing some of the multitude of souls he encountered. He assures Gershon that he too knows some of them and is amazed by the willingness of heaven to accept the repentance of certain sinners. The latter probably refers to Jews who submitted to baptism out of fear of death. The souls plead with him for his assistance, and the reader is struck by the self-awareness of the Baal Shem Tov as a superior charismatic, to use Rudolf Otto's term, a self-image that's clearly defined, both but unself-conscious. The Baal Shem Tov appears to his teacher, Ahijah, the prophet of Shiloh, for assistance. He engages Sema as the Sonic Mem, the chief demon, as a dialogue about the evil decree. But most important is the personality upon whom the Baal Shem Tov focuses all his intercessionary efforts, the Messiah. We'll stop here for now. But most important is the personality upon whom the Baal Shem Tov focuses all his intercessionary efforts, the Messiah. Baal Shem Tov enters the palace of the Messiah and finds the latter studying Torah. He asks the Messiah, when is he coming? A question laden with pathos, and is told when the Baal Shem Tov's teachings will be spread throughout the world, and when what the Messiah had taught the Baal Shem Tov, presumably in a previous encounter, will be learned by others. Suddenly, the unprecedented joy is dissipated, and a sense of brooding sadness sets in. Nevertheless, the Baal Shem Tov relates that he learned 3 segulot, generally remedies or occult techniques for assisting the distressed, and 3 holy names, which, however, he is not permitted to reveal to Reb Gershon. It is this brief passage which has so tantalized the historians. Why the Messiah, and what kind of Torah was the Messiah studying? What was the mysterious teaching that the Messiah transmitted to the Baal Shem Tov supposed to accomplish? Answers to these questions cover the full range of opinion on the role of Messianism in primitive Hasidism. Dinur, following Horodensky, but in much greater detail, sees in these lines a confirmation of his thesis that Hasidism continues unabated in the messianic momentum of Lurianic Kabbalah that has led to such convulsive results in the Sabbatean heresy. The Torah studied and taught by the Messiah in the Baal Shem Tov vision is Torah HaGeulah, the teaching of redemption, the national liberation by the Messiah. At the other end of the spectrum, Dubno reads this passage as proof that the personal salvation has displaced national redemption for Hasidism. It is for this reason that he dubs the letter a manifesto of Hasidism, quite ignoring the pertinent fact that a personal letter to a relative not intended for publication can hardly be considered a manifesto. Tishby quite rightly fails to find any such radical substitutions for personal and national redemption in this brief passage, but in opposition to Dinur, Tishby holds that it can tell us nothing about the role of Messianism in Hasidism after the Baal Shem Tov, for what we have here is the last manifestation of the Kabbalistic effort to accelerate the coming of the Messiah by means of sacred magic, holy names, and the like. Sholem sees in this letter additional evidence for Hasidism's neutralization of the messianic element. Baal Shem Tov's sadness at the length of time it will take the Messiah to come, although the Messiah has no set date, stipulating only that it would depend on the success of the Hasidic movement, in itself sufficient proof that the explosive Messianism is no longer a real element in the Bechtian view, but that neither has Messianism has as such been abandoned. The Baal Shem Tov's belief that in the eventual Messianic redemption is no different from that which prevails in normative traditional Judaism. An unprejudiced reading of the letter fails to yield any high-changed attempt to precipitate the Messianic redemption. The answer Messiah gives is not substantially different from the classical formula that redemption depends on repentance and good deeds, except that it is here receives Hasidic reformulation. The dialogue between the two is decidedly non-eschatological. Indeed, what emerges is the figure of Messiah as simply the most appropriate historic or meta-historic personality whom the pneumatic can choose to invoke as a possible source of assistance in seeking to intercede with God on behalf of persecuted Israel. It might just as well have been any one of a number of other traditional personalities whom Jewish visionaries discourse with: Elijah, Moses, Jacob, among others. Messiah, as the one destined to usher in the final redemption, is obviously appropriate accomplice in any effort to relieve Jewish suffering. But the Baal Shem Tov learns, to his great displeasure, that the Messiah's activity is limited to that ultimate redemption, which is still far off. And if he wants to accomplish something now, he must look elsewhere. The mystical techniques he learns appease him. He does not at all say that these were taught to him by the Messiah. On the contrary, the context, though the style is somewhat rambling, will lead us to think otherwise. So certain is the Baal Shem Tov that the Messiah cannot help in the present predicament. He undertakes direct confrontation with the personification of evil itself, the Sanach Mem. It is therefore not Messianism that stamps this letter as an important religious document, but rather the incessant and spiritually heroic efforts of the founder of Hasidism to nullify the accusations, the act, as the defender of his people, this activity which was assumed by the successors of the Besh, notably Reb Dov Ber, the great Maggid, is known in Hasidic thought as takas adinim, the sweetening of the judgment. Interestingly, as Rubinstein has pointed out, two visions recorded in this letter take place on Rosh Hashanah, and judgment is the theme of the day. In a parallel report, the text, this is the letter which the Rabbi, Rav Yisrael Hashem, may his memory be a blessing for eternal life, gave to our Rabbi and Master, the author, Yaakov Yosef HaKohen, that it be delivered to his brother-in-law, Rabbi Gershon Kutover, who was in the Holy Land. But because of an impediment which came from the blessed Lord, Rabbi Yaakov Yosef did not journey to the land of Israel and remained in his hands so as to benefit our people, the children of Israel, to the honor of my beloved brother-in-law, my friend, who is as dear to me as my own soul and heart, who is the distinguished rabbinic scholar, the saint, famous in the study of Torah, piety, the honor of our master Avraham Gershon, may his lamp shine, and peace be unto all, is unto him, and unto his modest wife Bluma, and all their children. May they all receive the blessing of life. Amen. Selah. I received your holy letter, which you sent along with the emissary who went forth from Jerusalem at the fair in Loka in 1750. It is written with extreme brevity, and in it is said that you had already written at length to each and every one through the man who traveled to Egypt. However, those letters, which were written at length, did not reach me, and it caused me great anguish that I did not see your holy handwriting, which you wrote in detail. Certainly, this is because of the havoc of the countries, because of our many sins, the plague having spread in all the countries, where the plague came close to our areas in the holy community of Mohilov and the countries of Wallachia and Turkey. Also, in your letter it is said that those new interpretations and secrets which I wrote to you through the scribe, the rabbi, preacher of the holy community of Polonia, did not reach you. This too caused me great anguish, for certainly you would have derived great satisfaction from them. However, I have now forgotten a number of them, but I will write to you in great brevity some details of what I remember. For in the beginning of the Hebrew year, which was in 1746, I performed the oath of the ascent of the soul, as you know. I saw wondrous things in a vision, what I had not seen heretofore from the day that I reached maturity. It is impossible to relate, to speak with the mouth. Numbers 12:8, of what I saw and learned when I ascended there. When I returned to the lower Garden of Eden, I saw the souls of many living and dead, both those known to me and those unknown to me, without limit in number, running and returning, Ezekiel 1:14, to ascend from world to world through the column, which is known to those initiated into the Kabbalah in great and extensive joy, such that the mouth is too weary to tell of it, and the physical ear heavy that it cannot hear. Isaiah 59:1. Also were present many wicked people who had repented, and their sins were forgiven, and it was a time of great acceptability, such that in my eyes too it was exceedingly amazing that so many were accepted by God in their repentance, and you too know them. There was amongst them too very great joy, and they too rose up in the above-mentioned ascents, and they all, as one, beseeched me and implored me until I was embarrassed, saying, To the exalted excellency of the honor of thy Torah, the Lord hath graced thee with a special understanding to perceive and know these matters. Do thou go up with us and be unto us a help and support, because of the great joy which I beheld amongst them. I decided to ascend with them, and I saw in a vision that the Samach Mem had arisen to accuse. In the midst of this great unprecedented joy, he executed his deeds, decrees of forced conversion against a number of souls, that they be killed and die unnatural deaths. I was seized with terror, actually offered my life to save them. I beseeched my master and teacher to go with me, for it is exceedingly dangerous to go on such a mission and ascend to the upper worlds, for since I arrived at my station, I had not risen in such a sense. I went up level after level until I entered the palace of the Messiah, where the Messiah studies Torah with all the Tanaim and the righteous people, and also with the 7 shepherds. I beheld very great joy there. But I do not know of mirth. What does it accomplish? Ecclesiastes 2:2. I thought that this joy was heaven forbid because of my departure from this world. But they notified me afterwards that I had not yet departed, but that they derived pleasure up above when I performed contemplative unifications below by means of their holy Torah. But the nature of this happiness I do not know to this day. I asked the Messiah, when are you coming, Master? He answered me, by this you shall know. Exodus 7:17. When your teaching will become renowned and revealed throughout the world, and when thy springs will be dispersed abroad. Proverbs 5:16. Imparting to others what I taught you and apprehended, so that you too will be able to perform contemplative unifications and a sense of the soul like you. Then all the shells perish. Then will all the shells perish, and it will be a time of acceptability and salvation. I was bewildered with his response. I had great anguish because the length of time he implied would take until he came. I wondered when it would be possible for this to occur. However, while I was there, I learned 3 remedies and 3 holy names, which are easy to learn and to explain to others. So I was assuaged, and I thought perhaps in this manner my associates might also be able to attain my level and category. That is, they will be able to practice a sense of the soul and learn and apprehend supernal mysteries as I do. But all my life I was not granted permission to do this. I pleaded on your behalf that I be permitted to teach it to you. But I was not granted such permission, and I am under oath not to do so. But this I can tell you, and may the Lord be thy help. Before the Lord is your way, Judges 18:6, and do not depart from it, especially in the Holy Land. Every single utterance and all that comes out of your mouth during the time of your prayer, your study, intend to unify a name. For in every single letter there are words and souls and divinity, and these ascend and bind up with each other and unite with each other afterwards. The letters bind up and unite with each other, and a word is formed, and they unite in true unity with divinity. Include your soul with them in every single step of the above. Then all the worlds unite as one and rise up, and there is thus great joy and pleasure without limit as you meditate on the joy of bride and groom, and smallness and corporeality, and certainly in a high level such as this. Certainly the Lord will be thy help, and wherever you will turn, you will prosper, succeed, and give to a wise man, he will be yet wiser. Proverbs 9:9. Also pray for me with this intention in mind, that I be privileged to cleave unto the inheritance of the Lord. 1 Samuel 26:19. Whilst yet alive, and also pray for the remnant of Israel, which is outside the land of Israel. And I also pray there. Wherefore hath the Lord done this? Thus, what meaneth the heat of his great anger? Deuteronomy 29:23. That so many Jewish souls were given over to the son of Mem to be killed. And them a number who were baptized and then killed. And they gave permission to ask the son of Mem himself, and I asked him, wherefore hast thou seen concerning the matter, and what is your thinking about this? They should become apostates and then be killed? He answered me, my intention is for the sake of heaven. For if they remained alive after their apostasy, then, when other decrees and libels would occur, they would not sanctify the name of heaven, but all would convert in order to save their lives. Therefore, his action was such that those who converted were killed afterwards. Thus, no Jew would convert, but would sanctify the name of heaven. And so it happened afterwards, because of our many sins, that in the community of Zaslav, there was a blood libel against several souls. 2 of them converted and were later killed, and the rest sanctified the name of heaven with great sanctity, and all died unnatural deaths. Then there were blood libels in the holy communities of Sevatovka and Dunowitz, and no one converted after they had seen what happened in Zaslav. Rather, all of them laid down their lives for the sanctification of the name. They sanctified the name of heaven and withstood the trial and the merit of this martyrdom. May our Messiah come and avenge us. May he make expiation for his land and for his people. And on Rosh Hashanah 1749, I performed a descent of the soul, as you know, and I saw a great accusation against Israel until son of Mem was almost given permission to destroy entire countries and communities, and I offered up my life and prayed, let us fall now into the hand of the Lord, and let us not fall into the hand of man. And they granted me permission that instead of the anti-Semitic persecutions, there shall be great weaknesses, something the likes of which had not occurred in all the lands of Poland and other countries close to us. And that is what happened, that the weakness spread exceedingly, such that it cannot be related, and the plague to spread into other countries. I indulged the intense discussion with my group, and we decided to recite Ketores early in the morning in order to nullify the judgments mentioned above. Then they revealed to me in a vision in the night, but did not you yourself choose the plague by saying, let us now fall into the hand of the Lord, and not man, etc.? Okay, and mentioned above, why then do you wish to know?
Why?
Because I'm jealous.
Shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
Okay, baby.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah.
Mwah. Yeah, you remove me. It's okay.
No, I can't. I love you.
It's okay.
I'm just joking. I don't have an actual boyfriend. Just I love you, happy, but you know.
You move?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to Germany.
Okay, she's
Or
yeah, you can talk with Barry, it's okay.
no, I'm gonna come move to Hamburg.
Stay home.
Fuck you. York.
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 Are you cheating on me?
No?
What the fuck was that? I really did not like that.
What do you? Intelligent.
Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties. Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties.
Go home, motherfucker.
Eat your fat Sanjun.
Make them titty clap. Yep, make them.
Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties. Stop making your titties clap, man. That fat ass clap. Go to the gym and vote Trump, fatties. Tomorrow's the big day. Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties.
You want to get shot at, Bando?
Man, pull your Glock out. Put 15 in and vote Trump. Go to the gym. Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties.
You need to get us that PPP law.
Nigga, fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. Yeah, and whoever stand behind him.
Yeah, fuck Trump.
Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties.
If you're saying fuck Trump, then you cannot be mad at me when I'm on your ass when you're whining and bitching about it.
You can't complain if you ain't voting. Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties. No complaining now. If you ain't voting, you ain't complaining on Thursday. Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties.
I was in there with 54 people.
And be the one that got a lot of people in.
I can't just nigga. It's not my test. So I can't invite you. They gotta invite
What's
you.
the name then? What's the name?
Oh, hold on. Let me go back to your house. Gotta find out. They're all at the bottom of the sheet. They like.
Okay, that's what the problem.
Yeah, they have 54 people in the house too. That nigga gonna add you up. You gotta add. You gonna add you up too.
I'm finna see. Let me go, y'all.
As soon as I find
Give me
their
their
sheet.
comes and tag their names.
I just think Trump gonna get our ass removed.
His name.
I mean, China is an existential threat to U.S. more than Palestinians are.
Can we just talk for just a second to
Sorry, that was my react. Okay.
that was kind of a little bit off target of my point. Because Bill Clinton talked specifically about his negotiations in the Camp David Accords with Arafat and how they pretty much offered him everything that he wanted, and the answer was no. Okay.
So he said,
offered him the West Bank, a capital in East Jerusalem, 2 of the 4 quarters of the holy city, of the old city, and a 4% land swap in which they could choose the land.
they could choose. You know what Bill Clinton didn't say?
And
He didn't say which 4% Israel would choose.
okay, listen, so what?
He didn't say that.
So what? What's your point?
Because that was
You
vitally
just said if they were offered even half a state.
No, that was vitally important because the state that was
We could've had
offered,
it. What?
the state that was offered multiple times was these enclaves with checkpoints. It was not a full
He
state.
talked about specifically in this, and they would have equal access to the watchtowers and the checkpoints. This is literally in the last 24 hours.
Israel would have checkpoints in.
Did another one last night.
That was difficult, but you know what bothered me a bit more, Edward? The afternoon after he was shaking hands, remember that famous handshake on the White House?
Between Rabin and Arafat?
Yeah. Arafat was interviewed on Jordanian TV and said the following. Since we cannot defeat Israel in war, we'll do this in stages. We take any and every territory that we can of Palestine and establish a sovereignty there. And we'll use it as a springboard to take more. When the time comes, we can get the Arab nations to join us for the final blow against Israel. That's what he said in Arabic less than a few hours after shaking hands.
He might have been playing to that audience because he also said he also did not take the deal, right? And he said, if I take this deal, my own people will kill me.
So, I mean, the thing that you're saying that we never offered a deal, and now we're saying
No, I didn't say that. Multiple deals offered.
multiple deals been offered, and it's been no.
Yes.
Okay, So then take some credit and responsibility for the situation in which your people find them.
No, we are.
Yeah, you can't dispute what Arafat said after that meeting. I mean, words matter. At least address what he said. You can't dispute the audience. You have to dispute what he said.
You can pull out maps and see what the offers were. I don't know how we're talking about this. You could see what the offers were. Nobody would take those offers. There were offers. You know what it was? Israel and Palestinians were getting along too well, and the Israeli government was afraid of a one-state solution coming up, not by just Palestinians, but the Israelis as well. So they rushed this narrative, brought Arafat in without Palestinians being involved in the process at all, brought him in, brought tens of thousands of people from Tunisia. Most of them weren't even Palestinians. They ended up being gangster thugs who tortured stole land from the Palestinians, beat them, extorted money from them. I mean, you name it, they did it. And they built a big old casino out in Jericho, of all places. I mean, this is what was hoisted on the Palestinian people when they were already occupied. Now they had two occupations, Arafat and his.
He kicked me from the room.
Everybody got to become Anglican, bro.
No thanks. I'm gonna stay in my Free Methodist corner, where I'm not at risk of putting my head on the bosom of Satan, happily.
We don't have a pope.
I know you don't. But you got the Queen. King now.
The queen. Well, the king is at the head. The king is at the head of the Anglican Church because he's a heretic.
That's what they're talking about. It's like
Is this Islam egg test?
over and over again. Look at this fucking thing.
Oh wow, he's a Mossad agent. He's actually a Mossad agent. You heard this guy speak. He's a fun guy.
Come on,
Hello.
Maurice.
Hello. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do tomorrow? when
Hello.
there's a peace?
Please hold. Syncing up with my Mossad data connect link. Please hold. Beep boop beep boop boop boop. Hashem. Okay, I'm in my Mossad terminal. What was that question? I have an AI Mossad chat bot here to assist me.
So, are you in the picture of the people touching Trump?
Are you one of those people?
One of the picture touching him?
Are you live right now on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube.
Why are you live like 24/7?
Why not?
Because nobody watches him, so he sits there and waits for someone to watch him.
What's your YouTube, fuckface?
He's in an OnlyFans or something.
I changed it. It's loveartonly.com now.
It's love art only?
Oh, I'm sorry. Loveartjoy.com.
Is that porn? Is love art porn?
No. Dude, he live streams himself in these rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he's a fat fuck.
I got a dad bod.
Yeah. You smoke weed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
He said that very scared, like his mom was watching his fucking live.
He looked out the window for a second before he told us. He took a look out the door. Let me look. Yeah. Good, yeah.
Why.com, do you actually have that as a fucking onlyfidvan.com? Is that you? Where the fuck are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fucking subscribe to your fucking shit.
Mm.
So what's your specialty?
Recording Elon Musk on X under his pen name Adrian Dittman.
So you actually like Trump?
Yeah, I'm voting tomorrow for the big orange gelato.
Why is he like 2 shades away from doing blackface with all that orange makeup on?
I read in a book that the Blessed Holy One is like an orange one in a furnace. I think it's like, yeah, it's basically it's makeup. It's like court gesturing, like Louis XIV, the Sun King. He's like doing a, I don't know. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
wait.
he's doing a
But
he's
I
doing
live
a.
in a hot building and all my curtains are orange. So you're telling me that I might be the chosen one too?
No, you just those curtains are drab. He's like the Orange Revolution. I think that's probably what it signifies is revolution.
Okay.
You're a bald king, huh?
Wait, you telling me that you think his spray on tan is a representation of a revolution?
It's some kind of an occult reference to an orange god.
Yeah, if you read Genesis 2:5, it says, the pedophile who grabs pussies and fucks children will be the chosen one.
He'll be the orange MAGA one.
Mm-hmm. Robot, did you fucking see Kyle made another video on one of those tapes? Epstein's like telling the guy, oh yeah, I've been Trump's best friend for like a decade.
Yeah, of course, man.
Fucking, he's like, no, he doesn't.
Again, emphasis on the Steve for no particular reason.
Oh, you're still going back to the Joel Stein thing. Rez, who's the Green candidate named Jill? What's her last name? Fuck you, robot.
Shut the
Fuck you.
Shut the fuck up.
He's like, I'm gonna vote for Jill Stein. Fucking
Oh, God.
Shut
Bruce
the fuck up.
Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen.
Are you gonna vote for Bruce Springsteen? That's what I'm gonna write in tomorrow in Alabama. I'm just gonna write in. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna write in Alan Watt.
Yeah, bring him back from the dead.
He believed in minimum basic income.
He did.
Good, me
He
too.
did not give a fuck about the Federal Reserve, and he was just like, yeah, we're gonna have to have minimum basic income in this country.
He had some weird ideas about abortion, though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard him
Like
talk
what?
about abortion.
We're talking about abortion.
Rusty hangers only.
Painful. Yeah, he was actually pro lots of children. He was not against children because he believed that most people are so angry all the time that they treat their children like shit as opposed to letting them just be free and happy and not being a terrible parent by being a piece of shit, angry person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sad that he was so depressed at the end of his life. He was drinking so fucking much. He sounds like he's so peaceful and shit, but he really wanted to fucking blow his own head off at the end of his life.
Well, I don't know if he wanted to kill himself, but he just ran his course. He like overdid it.
Yo, this fucker down here, Lake something. Look at his clubhouses. They're Marxism clubhouses.
Nice. He probably hangs out with Rascal.
Yeah.
Oh, Rascal's a.
This might actually be Rascal.
Rascal's secret account.
Yeah, because he's done fucked himself up. Nobody wants to talk to him.
It's because he's a fucking loser. No one wants to speak to him.
Is it him?
Russell is at late.
I've talked to Rascal one time, and he was like, we had like a long conversation. He's like, I don't know what's happening, but fuck, man. Like, normally I hate you, but I've like actually really enjoyed this conversation.
That's a good impression. That's a really good impression.
Yeah, but you gotta like put your hand over your.
Yeah, squeeze your nose.
Normally I really hate this conversation, but for some reason I've really enjoyed talking to you.
Red, did you fucking see that?
You don't understand the means of production. You don't even know what the fuck communism is even all about, you fucking idiot!
There's no currency back then, you fucking idiot!
Bro, I don't care who you're voting for. You can come around any fucking time.
Stop fucking interrupting. I'm trying to explain a very complicated economic model to you, a fucking idiot. You don't even fucking know what the fuck. Oh, you don't fucking know economics, you fucking loser. You fucking idiot.
catch a room where it's Rascal and Samoa just going at it?
Oh my god, that would be the
God, it was good.
nasal fucking kings.
And then you got Samoa going, oh God, this is awful.
He's really stupid.
He's like, this guy's just like me, redundant fuck who never stops talking.
I would love to see what Samoa's real life is like, to see if like it matches, based on what he says and what he talks about. I mean, like, it's got to match
In
up.
real life, he's sitting at the
He's
computer
a
with AI.
14-year-old. He's a 14-year-old white male who pretends to be a black Samoan.
I bet you he's at the public library.
Christian Hall, you can add him as Christian Hall. He acts like a 14-year-old one.
He's a Mormon. He's Mormon.
And that dude Samoa's a 14-year-old white kid from California.
He's
Mormon.
incredibly stupid.
Thank you for having me.
I would put him more at like a 45-year-old, Nicolata or something. Like, he's biracial, half Hispanic, half. He's 45. He thinks he knows like economics. Ugh, I've never heard him say anything intelligent, and he can go on and on and on and on.
Well, he uses ChatGPT to write these scripts. That's why he reads the scripts. He like just gets in there and starts reading the script. You can tell he's fucking reading. He's like, do you know who Mayorkas is? So what you gotta understand?
Yeah, because you're right. Because if you cut him off and it goes into a conversation, after about 5 or 10 minutes, he'll be like, okay, so what I was getting at, and then he just goes right back, like he's holding his finger the whole time.
That's amazing.
Or he just leaves, yeah, because he has a meeting.
So
He has to go back
basically,
and shit.
what you're saying is on Clownhouse, eventually it'll be people just reading scripts from AI chatbots. No one will actually have any real thoughts or do any other investigative research.
Yeah, give it like 6 months, especially if Trump wins.
Dude, give it a day. If Trump loses, they'll be saying the same thing.
I've heard this other piece of shit on this app named Mikhail. He's always like putting things into ChatGPT. He goes, just trust what the ChatGPT says. Let's just debate. Let's fucking strawman and just fucking do off what ChatGPT says.
Rascal's fucking dad.
And that basically is.
Hey, if we
Steal.
Wait, what's up?
Not much. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. Loving this energy tonight before the election tomorrow.
Yeah, this is a big day. They killed my Elon Musk has blocked like 15, 16 of my X accounts, and yeah, I think it's cool. He calls me his resident retard and the security guard.
Dude, for him calling you a retard, you're a fucking genius. You're a goddamn genius.
I want your autograph. Will you mail me a T-shirt and sign it?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, I own AdrianDittman.com, but he actually got my website taken down through Whois. Because I didn't. Yeah, he actually got my website deleted, but I'm pretty sure I can transfer the domain name. It's on Tumblr, but I can transfer it out and then like repoint it to all of his videos. But like, he absolutely hates me.
Account on Clubhouse for that?
I had Adrian Dittman, and then Jordan Shaw, the doctor here, he fucking had my account mass reported because I've filmed many videos of him being stupid. If you just type in Dr. Jordan Shaw, you'll see that retard on YouTube.
Yeah, what a
He is dumb as a bag of fucking rocks. Like a zoologist, I mean, like, he knows everything about seahorses, and that's about it.
He knows all the variants of seahorse signs.
So you just troll Elon until he blocks you, or what?
Well, yeah, because like I retweet him, and then I just constantly write hashtag Elon Musk is hashtag Adrian Dittman, shit like that, and then I post all of my videos of him to Reddit, and I post them to like the Tesla Reddit thread, and today he's like, our fucking resident retard is fucking clipping me and putting me on the fucking Reddit Tesla, and I've blocked like 20 of his fucking accounts and suspended his fucking accounts, and he keeps fucking. Yeah, this is for real. I've been doing this for months now. I've been harassing Elon Musk for months.
Are you really voting for Trump though?
Yeah, fuck yeah. You think I'm gonna vote for a fucking idiot?
Trump because you are.
She's dumb as a bag of rocks. She's really stupid. You think she could even open an ice cream stand? Nope. She couldn't do anything.
Fucking, why is Reddit the weakness of every fucking person? Like Tony Hinchcliffe, all these motherfuckers. If you just go on Reddit and talk shit, they like go in there and read it secretly and it breaks their fucking heart.
Well, you know those mods in there. So like, I have a Reddit account that has like a lot of karma, and like you have to have karma before you can post in a lot of these threads. And man, my one Reddit account has stayed strong. I've had like dozens of Reddit accounts get deleted, but this one stands strong. And yeah,
Yo, shut up, bro. Shut up. Fuck you, bro. That ass nigga. I'm gonna put my cock in your mouth, bro.
Wait, let him go. Let him keep
Fuck
going.
you, bro.
Cam, is this
Wait,
your
no,
Reddit account?
nobody say anything. Let him keep going.
Yo, fuck you, bro. Nobody can say nothing, yeah, man.
free, free Palestine.
No, chill. No, for real.
Yeah,
Let him keep doing it.
Free, free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
No more war and no more lies.
And fuck
Free,
you,
free,
man.
free
Chill,
Palestine.
chill. Don't just
Yo,
no,
fuck
please,
you, man.
please do me a favor.
Yo,
Entertain me.
Allah.
Fuck your mother, bro.
Love, hush.
Like,
I'm gonna kick
no,
you out.
no,
I do
bro,
not want
bro.
you.
I don't know love, bro. I don't see any love, bro, in my fucking life. Why you give me
Can
love?
you just kick this faggot out so we can listen
Yo,
to love
fuck
stories?
you, bro. I'm gonna fuck
You
your
would
mother,
fuck me.
nigga.
You would fuck me because you're gay.
Fuck you, bro. I'm gonna fuck you and fuck your mother with you.
Dude, I can tell you're Somali from the way you say the N-word. Shut up. Anyways, carry on.
So why doesn't your Reddit account get blocked?
Because it's like I don't know, it's pretty old, so it's got all these karma points, and apparently for whatever reason, the complaints have not taken it out yet, so it's a long running Reddit. But it does get like a lot of juice when I post, so
Lake.
I'm just saying that Elon.
What do you think about this?
I'm just listening.
What do you think about this?
What do I think about what?
What are your
The story. Robot already said he's totally interested. He told me to tell the other guy to fuck off, so he could hear the story of Love. What do you think about Love's story about how he trolls Elon Musk and he really gets to him?
It's fucking phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. I wanted someone else. I needed to hear someone else say.
I'm getting a real kick out of it. Alan, you more?
I can play if you want to see my YouTube videos. Actually, if you just go on YouTube and you type in Adrian Dittman, you'll see my videos. They come right up.
Have you told him about how high you can jump?
No, but today he was saying
Can
if
I write you a bunch of things to say to him?
no, he won't talk to me, but I film him.
He sees what you say. So you
Elon
can't just say it to him.
is.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
What am I watching?
No,
Yeah,
he's
you see
never gonna watch one of my videos like that. But he said today,
No, he sees what you say though.
I get that, but he's not really. He's not really gonna spend much time watching me. But he says that
we want to help you troll him massively. That's all.
he says he's gonna leave the country. If Kamala wins, he's gonna have to go on the run. He's literally gonna leave.
Yeah, we know. We've been talking about it all day. We love.
He also says he's
So,
been
so,
blackmailed.
When Trump did the first thing on X with Elon,
Mhm.
it was his dentures were loose, right?
Who, Donnie's?
Yeah.
Do you think he wears
Like
dentures?
Yeah, how lispy he was.
Yeah,
He's like
absolutely, he
sucker
wears
and
dentures.
succotash.
No,
Yeah,
that's the way he talks. I don't think he wears dentures.
Yeah, but he was like telling everybody, oh, it was just a sound recording. That's why it sounded like that.
love. You've had like one-on-one conversations with Elon.
No, I've been recording him having one-on-one conversations with Blythe and these other losers.
Sorry, it's like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I record him on shorts on YouTube, 15-second and 60-second clips, and I've been doing it. I have hundreds of videos of him, 60-second clips, just being retarded.
You are Adrian Dittman.
Elon Musk is Adrian Dittman, but I'm Adrian Dittman with one T and one N. I am the singular Adrian Dittman.
I see.
And I was Adrian Dittman on here.
Adrian Dittman.
So people were going to X and putting in the chat, there was a fake Adrian Dittman on Clown House, and he's like, I fucking hate that fucking app. And if you talk to fucking Adrian Dittman on here, fucking tell him he's a fucking scammer and fucking block him. Like, he knows me. He hates me. It's great.
That's what I'm saying. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, he hates me. It's great. It's awesome because like I'm the only one doing it, and I keep trying to get people to join me and go to his.
Yeah, I want more people to do it.
He's live right now. Go. I can't even view it. He blocked my newest account. So go to Adrian Dittman on
I'll
X.
help you out.
I'm going to tweet him.
Live stream him right now.
I'll totally help you. I just need, you gotta give me a minute to think about it, and you have to tell
Just
me
go to
what it
X.
is.
You got to go to X right now. Just go to Adrian Dittman. He's live streaming right now. He's talking about eating steaks and how much he hates Kamala.
What?
He cooks a steak like every night. He's such a fat piece of shit. He doesn't even eat vegetables.
Holy fucking shit. No way.
He's the cheap. I swear to God, I think he's the cheapest guy who's ever lived. I don't think he has spent like I'm telling
play
you.
this real good if we're gonna try it.
He's the cheapest human being in the world.
Kicked out like this guy.
He doesn't spend money on
I want to
anything.
troll Elon. I want to be able to troll him a lot more than
If Trump wins, I have a treasure trove. If he loses, I have a treasure trove. Like my Elon Musk recordings could be worth a lot of money because I could sell them to New York Times because I'm technically an investigative journalist.
Stop. Just stop. Stop. We know. I've already thought about that.
I'm a journalist. I got content to sell.
You are. You have content to sell.
Have you noticed in the last week or two how Elon shit is like every other fucking post on X? He would hate. Like he's forcing you to see his shit.
Yep.
But he's like making his shit like every other fucking post.
Mm-hmm. It's his platform. Like literally, he's the #1 shit poster, and like he like.
Yeah, he just constantly does it.
200 million followers, and he forces the algorithm to show him at the top. Like he manipulates the algorithm for himself, which is great. You know, thank God, because if he didn't buy X,
that's probably. I mean, that's why he bought it, right?
Yeah.
He spent $44 billion on something like a view on Clubhouse, and imagine the fucking Paul guy getting on here, just taking over people's fucking rooms.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome, actually. But
Buying Clubhouse.
you know, he would have nothing to say other than saying, "I think we're gonna have a town hall. I like that functionality idea. We should do a beta test." What do you think, Joe? Oh, I like that idea, Paul. That's a great idea.
The app hasn't made any money whatsoever, but our valuation is it.
No, I read an article
They
on
don't
Wired.
even fucking care, dude. I bet there's just a mile-long list of reports that they don't even fucking check. Half of them.
Well,
If they get something coming in that looks similar over and over again, yes.
they
But
have.
if it's like one person doing one thing, I bet they don't even look at it.
So what did you do to Dr. Jordan?
Nothing. Just type in Dr. Jordan Shaw on YouTube. That's all I did.
So you recorded him, so he mass reported you?
Yeah.
Was that in like healthy debates or what?
Yep. Yep. And so same with Roger Mayhem. Go to rogermayhem.com.
Oh
And
my
you
God.
and you realize that that's okay. Like if I say Canna, you can't record me. Love, you can't record me. Robot fucker, you can't record me. Lake Bodum, you can't.
I do not comply.
You realize, right. But do you realize now, if something happened, I have like an actual like reason to go.
Yeah,
after
but
you.
do you know how expensive it would be to sue me in
No,
federal
I know.
court?
I'm just saying that they didn't do that. So what you have full rights to.
It doesn't matter because like
Well, I
they
looked all this up with Clubhouse. Sorry.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Rez, you skimmed over the fact that he's trolling Roger. So what do you know about that Roger piece of shit?
Oh.
just go on YouTube and type in Roger Mayhem. You can see all my videos.
Oh wow.
Do you know what
Do you have one for Rez and Canna?
No, I'm not fucking.
Yeah,
Roger.
please don't do that.
I'm about to smoke some cannabis. There will be some residue in my bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
So do you know what that Roger guy actually looks like?
He's a fat 50-year-old dad bod.
God,
I'm
he's
not
such a
concerned
fucking
because
idiot.
I just want to create awareness for these fucks.
Yeah.
For other people to know that they're fucks.
They know me.
Because-
They hate me. They talk about me. listen, as soon as I get kicked from a room, it's like getting a Purple Heart.
Same here. I refuse to leave the room, and then I tell them, please kick me. And I have to literally wait till they kick me if I want to leave.
There's just the worst thing is there's so much useless discourse and just stupid, shit on here that it's a huge waste of time. But people, when they open up and they really say stupid shit or they get angry, that's actually this thing. That is what people do not like about being recorded, is that they're constantly getting angry. And
You like calling people names?
Do you know a guy named Creekside?
yeah.
Dude, he's a pedophile. Fuck
Is
that
he
guy.
still on here?
Yeah.
We've
He
been
changed his name.
to Mountainside or something. We've been
Have you ever heard him say, so a lot of people know me as Creekside, but now I go to Mountaintop, and but the point is the Jews killed Jesus, and it's in the Bible, and I can read you the verse in the chapter.
Do you know why he changed his name?
Because Creekside wasn't good enough?
We started calling him a pedophile and telling everybody that he raped his sister.
We said he raped his sister, yeah.
He sent me a goddamn 3-paragraph thing about how he's gonna find me and slit my fucking throat. And he came into the fucking room screaming, I'm gonna fucking murder you! I'm gonna find you in London! I'm gonna fucking...
Yeah, he's trying to get me arrested in London. He's trying to slit Candace's throat.
Does he have a cleft?
He's like, do you know how fucking illegal this is? You know, people commit suicide all the time for this kind of shit. And we're like, I didn't know you were suicidal. I'm not fucking suicidal, but I'm gonna murder you.
Does he have a cleft palate?
I don't fucking know, but goddamn, have you seen the pictures of this fucking freak? And so it doesn't take much to convince the whole room that he's a pedophile. And so you go in and say he's a pedophile, and people look at his glasses, and they're like, oh yeah, he's got the pedophile glasses.
Well, do you know who Ariota is?
Ariona?
Ariota.
Mm-mm.
So you go to Ariota.com. I don't know if it's a website or not, but there was a rumor going around that he was a pedo. So like every time I saw him in a room, I would always just call him out for being a pedo, and it was driving him bananas. And and then eventually, I would troll him so much he kind of just got used to me. He's like, you know what? I fucks with you now. I like you, motherfucker. I fucks with you now.
That's how it always goes on here. Look at my PTR. That's a picture of Creekside getting fucked by a tractor in the ass.
How would you describe